This is our company project, and we chose General Dynamics as our company. Our group consisted of myself, Nicholas Noble, Ryan Rigsby, Ethan Cooley, Sam Winters, and Amanda Dunn.
To begin, we'll go over some of the locations. They're a very extensive company, and there are locations all over the continental United States. Their headquarters is in Fairfax, Virginia, and the concentration of their locations are on either the West Coast or the East Coast. Not many in the Midwest and the Plains. And to continue the overview, they began in 1899 making electric boats for the United States Navy, and since that connection with the Navy, they have continued their combat materials and manufacturing. They're also involved in other industries such as aerospace, combat systems, and IT. They own other companies such as Gulfstream Jet Aviation, Electric Boat, and Bath Iron Works. They employ around 90,000 people, and they have a diversity initiative. But the diversity initiative wasn't specified on their website, and I would like to know more about that.
General Dynamics makes combat systems for the Army, as in the M1A1 Abrams main battle tank, and the Shank personal fighting vehicle and armored fighting vehicles. For the Navy, they make nuclear submarines, attack boats, new generation battleships like the Zimwalts, as pictured, and and aircraft carriers. For aerospace, they provide luxury private jets as the Gulfstream series, and they also make high-tech Air Force jets as the F-35 attack jet. As well as physical systems, General Dynamics also gets involved in the cyber world. It has IT infrastructure that supports basically every aspect of the IT world. They harvest data, store data, and optimize data, as in look through it and maintain it. They build these centers of data collection and data storage centers for branches of the federal government, all the branches of the federal government. They also provide IT services to leading healthcare providers in the world. And they also use these cyber systems to train the military in virtual situations. So this coding is everywhere and for everything.
So here's some recent news. The U.S. Navy awarded General Dynamics with a $2 billion contract to construct a Block 5 Virginia-class submarine. The submarine will be the most efficient and technologically advanced submarine in the world. It will allow the Navy to deliver a larger payload with improvements such as its propulsion unit and onboard commodities. The money awarded will allow General Dynamics to continue with construction and hopefully complete building this modern marvel. Next, General Dynamics Aerospace Division broke 2 records with their G650ER business jet. This airplane became the fastest business jet to come into existence. It flew at an average speed of 597 miles per hour and beat the previous record for flying from China to Los Angeles by more than 44 minutes. This plane can break records and offer world-class comfort with its quietest sound levels in the industry, along with its onboard gourmet kitchen. The U.S. Army granted General Dynamics with a $980 million contract to provide electronic and cyber warfare capabilities to their intelligence division. This will serve as the Army's prime way of cyber innovation. It will allow the Army to come up with and deliver new capabilities that will establish dominance in the cyber domain. So here's some more recent news. The first sale of Gulfstream's alternative sustainable jet fuel was made on March 15, 2019. This new fuel achieves more than a 50% reduction in greenhouse gases when compared to petroleum-based fuel that is commonly used now. General Dynamics hopes to reduce its environmental footprint worldwide, and this is a very big step in doing this. Lastly, the U.S. Army chose General Dynamics to run and maintain the Reagan Ballistic Missile Defense Site. General Dynamics is joining a company called Raytheon's Intelligence to safely manage and operate this site. The site is located somewhere on an island in the Pacific Ocean. Its purpose is to make sure that ballistic missiles operate correctly and to improve our nation's defense systems.
An employee that currently works at General Dynamics is Matthew J. Bishop. He is a structural engineer there and works at the Connecticut branch. He was the engineer responsible for building the pressure hull and external structures for the U.S. Navy's Columbia-class submarines. He performed tests and calculations on the subs, tasked with ensuring the structural adequacy and design products of other disciplines that interfaced with the hull and external structures. He also talked to high-level officials from Naval Sea Commands, and he's familiar with specifications for steel structures.
For our next employee, we chose Chad Miller from Michigan. He served in the Marine Corps infantry for 4 years as a squad leader and also was in 2 combat tours. He was then honorably discharged and began getting his associate's degree in math and science at Valencia College, all while working as an apprentice. He then finished his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering at UCF and was also president of the ASME group there. He now works at General Dynamics as a quality assurance engineer and has been for the last 4 years. In this position, he specifies in the Abrams and Stryker vehicles that the military uses and that he likely saw during his time in the military. For his position specifically, its description states that he is responsible for multiple reviews and makes sure the products meet customer requirements. This position can also design and maintain quality assurance protocols and methods, as well as collecting, organizing, and analyzing project data and the review of metrics.
There were many employment opportunities in the Ohio and Northern Kentucky areas alone for General Dynamics. Almost every position I saw required at least a bachelor's degree and a few years of relevant experience minimum. The average pay for each position varied, but was usually in the high 5 figures to low 6-figure range. Some specific positions just generally include a performance security solutions architect, where just general overview is you'll become an expert in all aspects of cybersecurity, which includes working closely with other engineers, administrators, XML script developers, and various other people on your team to provide cybersecurity. Another opportunity I found was an operations analyst, which provides analytical and technical support to projects, which can involve training, tactical operational documentation, military systems design, and other efforts requiring military operations expertise. They also research, identify, and make recommendations about resources, which are required for task execution and completion for the team. Next, we have a couple engineering and science specific job opportunities that I found open for General Dynamics currently. And one is a principal manufacturing engineer, which develops, monitors, maintains, and improves manufacturing processes in the defense and aerospace industries. And that also produces products at the lowest practical cost, at quality levels exceeding customer expectations, on or ahead of schedule. And another example of an engineering job opportunity for General Dynamics is a software engineer, which performs software requirement analysis and also codes, tests, and integrates and documents software solutions for any problems. So as you can see, there's a variety of positions available for General Dynamics with very different required levels of education and experience, and you can work all across the spectrum. Any type of engineer could possibly get a job there.
This has been our company project about General Dynamics. Thank you for listening.